Okay, now, this is Laffing Booda show. I don't know what number, I don't remember. And we're not good with numbers, we're good with emotion, compassion. Pisces are like that, And we're at the home of, this could be possibly another Laffing Booda, but female. Because you like to laugh just like me. Or my holy sister GOON YUM, whatever, whatever language. And now this the show is still called The Extraordinary Life of Ordinary People. I'm at her home, and since I'm usually invisible and she usually should be on, but since she possibly becoming another GOON YUM, so maybe she's practicing her invisibility. So I'll say, okay, well, we agree to that. Look at a beautiful orchid here, and a beautiful house she's in, And so now, the first question. What is your name?
I'm Bernie.
Bernie, the whole name is Bernadette Wong, right? W-O-N-G, that's how we spell it in Hong Kong, okay? China, they may say H-U-A-N-G and all that other stuff, but Huang, Hing, Huang, Hong, Hong, and in Taiwan is Wang, I don't know how that come along. Who's Mr. Wang, That even sounds like a dirty word, but anyway.
Oh boy, it's going to be a long interview.
It's a long interview. Well, Laffing Booda got to make people laugh, and you laugh too after this, very good. Now, recently, now we live in Los Angeles, right? You live in Los Angeles, but near Northridge, where the earthquake happened in 1994. Were you here at that time?
Oh yeah.
How did it feel? Besides the rock and rolling, What else happened?
Well, I think my life was upside down after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, how is it upside down?
Well, I just started my job.
Okay.
And then at the VA, and then I was supposed to work that day.
Oh.
And it was Martin Luther King Day.
Yes, it was exactly on that day. Exactly.
I know, because that was my holiday pay.
Okay, people don't work, but you work. You try to be hardworking, and then
yeah.
But you can't work anyway. God didn't allow it, right? You didn't go back, right? Yeah.
Well, in the morning, because I have a lot of books in my room.
What hours do you work? What shift do you work? It's 4:30 in the morning when this happened.
Yeah, it's 4:30.
You were in the hospital?
No, I was at home.
Oh, okay.
And then the earthquake hit.
You can't go, right? Yeah.
And all my books were all around me, because I had bookcases from the floor up to the ceiling.
Wow.
I had 2 of them. And so all the books were flying out, and my dad's trying to get me, knock on the door.
Oh, that's right. You guys all have a separate room, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and he couldn't open the door because everything was jammed.
The books were blocking it.
Yeah,
okay.
so
wow, that's kind of scary.
So my dad was screaming, and he said, "Are you in there? Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah."
What about?
But I cannot get out because I cannot see.
but it's over in what few minutes, right? So after that, you can pick up the books, and he came in, right?
Well, I have to climb over the books to get out of that room.
Oh wow, that many books! Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know you have that many books.
So
and so that was your old house in Reseda, right? I remember. I visited many times. The Buddha has been there,
So after that, I said, "Oh boy, I had to go to work." So my shift starts at 6.
Oh wow!
So I had to get up, and there's no water.
Why did you call them to see if they really want you to go?
Well, it didn't look so bad in our neighborhood.
Okay.
But then I was driving up Balboa, and said, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, that the worst one in Northridge, where on Reseda Boulevard, that apartment that came down.
Oh, my friend was in there.
Oh, really? Did he?
He escaped because he was on the first floor.
Yeah, that's right.
And the second floor went to his floor.
It was so bad, but so neat in a way, because when it came down, it was exactly lined up on the first floor. So when you go there, you thought it was a bungalow. It was like one floor. Even my wife and everybody, we were talking, wasn't that a 2-story apartment? The collapse was so neat that actually it was on top of, the second floor became the first floor.
Yeah.
And I see people coming from other places, a guy with a big Texas hat from Texas, a guy filming it. He was there, he flew over just to film it.
Oh my.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So I I went to work, and I couldn't open the door because the whole building shift from the foundation.
Now, what building is that? The VA?
Yeah, the VA.
In West LA?
No, it's Sepulveda.
Oh, Sepulveda, there's a VA, okay.
So I couldn't get in, no one gets in.
But all the workers are there on the outside. They try to go to work.
Yeah, they were trying to get in, and well, when I got there, all the patients were outside.
Okay.
They were all bused to West LA.
Wow.
So afterwards, I lost my job here because there's no building.
They did send you to the one in West LA or something?
Yeah, so that's when I went to West LA.
Okay. Now, your mom works there. Which one did your mom work in? West LA or the one here?
It was Sepulveda.
Oh, it was Sepulveda.
And then the earthquake, then we both went to West
We both moved over there, okay.
Yeah.
And now tell me about your father a little bit. I worked with him, and what was his profession?
He was a cook.
He was a cook. I remember that. I was a cashier helping him. And the back boys trying to get all the food together and put it into the bag and give it to the customer. I remember that. And his place is called what? I remember his place is called what? Wong's Kitchen, right?
Kim's Kitchen. Kim Sing.
Kim Sing? Oh, it wasn't Wong's Kitchen? Okay, I always thought it was Wong's Kitchen. No.
Yeah, I don't know why it's called Kim Sing.
Well, Kim Sing means golden star or Venus, actually. I mean, it's a Chinese name for... Kim is actually, in Cantonese, gum, which is gold, and Sing is star. The golden star is what we call Venus, or the golden star meaning it attracts money, you see? And a lot of Chinese restaurants have the word gold in it because we like gold, We're like the Jews, Our golden rule is not that much like Jesus, unfortunately. Like the Jews, we would say, he who has the goal create the rule. It's a business rule, okay? It's not for religion, okay? I still subscribe to my holy bro Yeshua's, Jesus Yeshua's golden rule, which is do unto others as you want others to do it. That's the best thing all religion teaches. If you go to all religion, they have it, okay? Even Catholic, even Buddhist, Hindu, even Muslim, they have that. They give alms, it's a very generous religion. There are a lot of people in Muslim
I hate
religion.
working there.
The what, the VA?
No.
Oh, the Kim Sing?
Yeah.
You hate working in Venus? Or the Golden Star? You didn't see any gold or what?
Because it makes me feel odd comparing to all my friends.
Oh, because it's a Chinese restaurant?
Yeah.
And
nobody works like that.
Yeah. Oh, and
my
it's many
age.
hours too. Yeah, I know. It's all we Asian and Chinese, especially, we open restaurants a lot. In the old days, before the 60s.
Even my cousins, they said they hated it.
Your cousin?
All my cousins, because
Were they there
my dad's family is all into restaurants.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Not that your restaurant is bad, but all restaurants, all Chinese
my
restaurants.
uncles, my aunts, they all have restaurants, and we have cousins. All our cousins are working in their restaurants. So now we're talking. It's like, we hated it.
Guess where I was working when I was a teenager? Restaurant. And that's how we met your father. It's strange. He was a cook there.
Well,
We hired him.
None of us wants to own a restaurant.
Oh, there was an old restaurant owner that we know that he said, this older guy, he looked like Lo Fuji. You Chinese out there know who that is. Old master is a comic book hero. And he said that if you have, if you don't like somebody in Hong Kong or China, tell them to go to America and open a restaurant. You age them so fast and have a heart attack possibly because of the kind of things that you have to do, long hours, and all the dealing with the health department, which I work for, so but I'm not an inspector, don't worry. I won't come to your restaurant. But this year they have very strict rule for those who are opening restaurants. I just listened on the radio saying that January 1st, 2017, when our Madam President become president, when Hillary become president, but nothing to do with her. It's just local. It's just a health department thing, where they enforcing the law right now. They'll tell you exactly what's wrong with the restaurant before they just kind of describe it broadly, unclean. You can't use unclean anymore. You can say you have rat, you have cockroaches, very specific, and you don't do it. within a certain number of hours a day, then they'll close you. If you close down 2 times a year, change ownership. You can't even open a restaurant anymore. This is very strict. So you guys out there try to open a restaurant, especially the Chinese ones, you try to skip. I know, I work in there. I know what you guys do. Don't do it anymore unless you want to have no income and have to, sell drugs or something with the Mexican, or steal tires. I'm talking like Donald Trump now. A little Donald Trump there for you Trumpiers out there, okay?
Oh
the Trump shows. Anyway, now let's get back to our main subject here, Miss Wong, from Hong Kong many, many years ago, but she's practically American Californian because she speaks perfect English better than me, and also she is involved in a project of all places in Texas, our enemy state, the red state headquarters, California's blue state headquarters, where there's social politics, it's election year, So now, why did you go to Texas and leave our beautiful blue state for what reason?
Oh, it's for work.
Uh-huh.
I was doing the research for hemophilia. And we got a breakthrough not too long ago.
Okay.
So now we're trying to do the safety and all that stuff for the clinical studies.
Oh, okay. So you already have the breakthrough. It's a matter of testing the safety so that the FDA can approve you and you can now really start testing on human. Did you test on human yet?
No, this is the part.
Step. Oh, you test on animal. Those poor rats, right? And then and nobody die, right? All of them live happily ever after the test. And then
it was weird because
was there any side effect? Was there anything you guys found that was bad?
Right now there's no cure for it. There's no cure for hemophilia.
First let me, before we do this, can you talk about this really? Did you sign a non-disclosure confidentiality stuff?
As long as I don't give away the
the detail, the actual formula. Okay, that's good. Like Coca-Cola, right? They don't know the formula, that's fine. Pepsi has another one that looks the same, but that's another story. So in other words, you're almost at the human testing stage, right? And why do you have to go to Texas? What's wrong with California?
We have more support over there. Well, we did have support here, but that didn't turn out. And then, so we
support by whom? By the government, by university, by private company?
Well, we have collaborators here, but unfortunately, he passed away. And
so the rich guy passed away.
we couldn't do it in anyway here because it's too expensive. And there's
that's a problem with business in general in California. The rent kills you. Yeah.
So we went to Texas where we have collaborators which wants to work with us and give us a facility.
But will those people own your product, your patent or formula?
No, because we already patented.
Oh, okay.
So this next step is to help us do the clinical trials. So they're collaborating with us for that.
Now, can you tell us the company name, or you can't even say that?
I should not say.
Okay, that's whatever you feel comfortable.
But I wasn't sure if I could or could not.
But then don't. But I assure you, it's real. Okay, I haven't been there, but my Buddha sense tells me it's true, just like spider sense. Okay, so I trust her, and I know her for a long, long time. Since what year we met? 1976, I think, right? The year of the dragon. That's right. And I think you were born in the year of dragon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
hemophilia, there's no cure. There's people just start bleeding.
Wow, isn't that terrible?
And there's therapeutics, but they also develop immune system to the therapeutics, so they no longer work.
Oh, even whatever drug they were taking doesn't help after a while.
It's just like antibiotics.
What's on the average? Like how many years before the drugs become?
It's about 20 years.
Oh, so because sometimes they work for 20
finish.
years, but you'll say okay. So at least they get 20 years of non-bleeding life.
Oh, you mean the therapeutics?
Yeah.
No. That's like a year or two.
That's all? They have to change therapeutic again?
It depends on the person and their genetic makeup.
But your medicine or your drug or your product will extend or would do the same thing for 20 years, you're saying?
The product is gene therapy, so
Oh.
we fix their gene, so it doesn't bleed all
So
the
hopefully
time.
it'll be permanent.
It's permanent.
Wow.
So that's a cure.
That's a cure.
So we're gonna try it on like animal studies and
You
human
going to,
studies.
or you already tried the animals?
We're going to.
Oh, you still haven't tried the animals yet. Okay.
So we just had the breakthrough. We had the proof of principle.
Yeah.
It's already working, like on the
No,
Petri
but
dish.
how did you know? Did you test on something at least?
Yeah, it's a lab experiment.
There's some poor guinea pig somewhere that already got your
No,
product, right?
it's a lab
Animal.
procedure.
But it's an animal, right?
It's not an animal.
Oh.
You just add an what?
But how do you know
it
it worked? How do you know it worked?
It works.
Okay,
Well,
the next step is not human, is animals. I was wrong. Okay, it was so.
So if we pass the animals, if we cure those animals, it'll be good for the humans.
Yeah. And well, I know there's a lot of on the newspapers, especially LA Weekly in the back. They always have those clinical trial for $500, $1,000. You haven't gotten to that stage yet, huh? I tried some of that stuff, but only for the natural stuff. Like I'm drinking a pomegranate juice, supposedly for my pre-Alzheimer memory. but it seemed to work for me, but it doesn't matter. But I'm saying that you hasn't gone to that phase.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, anyway, the part of Texas that I'm working at is a brand new medical center.
Wow.
So it's really developing in that
It's
area.
a new city.
It's
it's
a
like
brand new. It's the
facility.
first medical center in history.
Wow.
In southern Texas.
And
So
that area is very rural, or is it like a city, suburb, or what is it like?
it's very farm-like.
Oh, okay. I love that. I like that.
So it's really quiet, and now because of the medical school, it starts to boom.
Boom, because of you guys. Wow.
So it's not
Just you, I know.
not suddenly boom. It's just
slowly,
a little
but
bit.
gradually.
Yeah, but
And
it's-
you sent me a picture of the beach over there. I didn't know they have a beach. I thought Texas is all about cows and people with 10-gallon hats and those corrupt servers.
that's the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So a few weeks ago, we had a hurricane
Oh, okay.
warning.
Only a warning. Okay, that's good. Is your facility very close to the beach, or is it more inland?
More a little bit inland.
Oh, okay. So
but
you don't see
it's
the beach.
really
Okay,
close.
okay.
Yeah.
So unlike
Like a 20-minute drive.
oh, okay. Unlike Sarah Palin, you can't see Alaska from Russia from Alaska.
No.
So you can't see Mexico or the oil spill from your place.
Actually, I can see Mexico.
You can see Mexico.
I can see
From your
Mexico.
what floor? Third floor or something? Yeah.
I just walk across the street and there we are.
That close to Mexico? Are you kidding me? Wow.
That's the border.
Oh,
it's like
God.
across this, well, like
Okay.
1 block, 2 blocks.
Honestly, do you guys have any illegal alien working in your building, cleaning windows, or you know, like Trump called housekeeper, even if they're very beautiful, like you?
Actually, the part I'm in, we can freely walk back and forth.
Between Mexico and there?
Yeah,
Oh, there's no passport needed now,
you
right?
do, but you could just go in.
But
and
when you
out.
go to Mexico, U.S. citizens don't have to show passport. I don't think so. Only driver license. Or before it was like that. I
I don't know,
think
but
yeah.
some of my coworkers went to Mexico for lunch,
lunch?
and came back to work.
They want some real Mexican food, huh? Can you tell the difference between real Mexican food and Mexican food in LA? Is there a difference, you think?
It's more tastier over there.
Really? That's always true. That's true. Like Chinese always say that. Oh, you know, in the valley you don't really have Chinese food. It's Mexican Chinese food, cooked by Mexicans. we keep getting on the case of Mexican because this is a Trump year. You know, I'm a Democrat voting for Clinton, so we have to make fun of him. Okay, comic relief. But you guys out there, all the blue brother and sister, remember to vote. Very important. Okay, mail it in. Vote now. In fact, it's okay to vote now. October in many states. Now, so the Mexican connection here. Now, at night, if you look from your building, would you see people sneaking over?
No.
Or swimming?
No.
What they call wetback? Okay, enough of the Mexicans. I apologize, my Mexicano brother and sister. This is just part of the election year to attract attention. Okay, so now you're angry, right? Go on, kill Trump. You know, not literally, but I mean saying.
Oh boy.
Let his own people kill him. You know, they're the gun nuts. You're not. You know, you just want tires. So anyway. Okay, now, Laffing Booda. Remember, Laffing Booda, laugh about it. Now, okay, Miss Wong, so we talked about your work, where you came from, how long we know each other. What kind of car do you drive?
What kind of car?
Yeah, I mean, like, is it expensive car, electric car, or Tesla, like my brother gonna break that?
The only car my husband wants me to drive is a Honda.
Why is that? Tell us about that. That sounds.
I have no idea, because sometimes I want to have an American car. He said no.
Oh, then it's a gas mileage thing.
Then you have to buy a Honda. So
not even Toyota? It has to be Honda?
It could be Toyota, but he prefers Honda.
You prefer Honda. Okay, so I understand. So basically, I think it's because we Chinese always wanted to save money. That's for sure. We're the Jews of the Orient.
But when I first got my first Honda, my dad was so pissed.
Why is that? Your dad don't like Honda? Why is that?
He has something against Japanese stuff. But that's because of
Oh, that's right. He always car. I remember now. He has a big American car called what was it called? The one he said you can have a banquet on the front. What was it called? Your Chrysler. And then that car was full of memory.
It's like a tank.
Yeah. Or boat. You know, when I first came here in the 70s, all the cars are like that. They're like boats. You know, and then about 10 miles per gallon. About and we went to San Francisco together. Remember on that car?
That tank.
You know. That's for Christina, if you're listening. And also, the other thing I wanted to ask you, and then he has a green car. It's a Volkswagen. See, it's German. It's German and American. You're that pretty patriotic, you know? Almost a Nazi. No, just kidding. He probably will vote for Donald Trump. No, no, he won't. I bet you.
I have no idea.
He would like us make fun of him, but he would vote for Hillary. But anyway, and then what was the other guy? You got a Jedi? No, not Jedi.
We got like 1, 2. We got like 3 Jettas.
You had that many? Okay.
Not at the same time.
The one I saw was the white one, right? Was the white one? It was the first one, right? Now, what country did that come from?
German.
Is it German? Oh, they have Jedi long before.
It's a Volkswagen.
It's a Volkswagen Jedi. Oh, okay. So it's just another name for it. Just the make. Okay. See, I'm not good with car, you know.
Okay.
The Laffing Booda, levitate and fly around in clouds. So we don't drive nothing. We just
magic carpet.
We just magic. My Persian brother want me to share the magic carpet. I'll ride on that. Especially if a Persian girl dancing too at the same time. Kama Sutra. But anyway, that's my excuse for any kind of kinky stuff. Okay. Anyway, just Kama Sutra. That will kill everything. Now, that's excuse. Okay. Now then, Ms. Wong, I'm sure you don't want to tell us how old you are, right?
I'm as old as you.
Okay. Then I know there's a few year gap there, but I can tell you she's born in year dragon. You figure it out, okay? No, they can, unless they're astrologer like me, they can. And they don't see you. They don't even know how you look, Chinese girls sound very young, even when they're old, and you're not even old, so that throws them off.
Okay.
Anyway, now, not that, okay, age we don't want to talk about. Now career. Now, so you having a sabbatical or break right now for 3 weeks back in good old deep blue, green, golden state of California, right? Of our moonbeam Governor Brown that I love very much. Okay, I like everything he's doing. But anyway, so you'll be going back, and you guys will continue your research. How close are you to the breakthrough? You already have a breakthrough, but how close are you about start testing?
It's probably the beginning of next year. So if we get our ducks in a row, and we try to get more collaborators and fundraising and all that.
Oh, you still have to work on those, huh? But you don't work on the finance side, do you?
No, I don't. I work on the science side.
Oh, you're the scientist. Wow.
I'm not the scientist.
But you're assisting them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And what was your actual job then? You want to talk about that? Like what do you do when you're there? What do you the daily things that you would do?
Actually, I don't even know, because this is the beginning of my.
Oh, they haven't really assigned you anything. Just
started,
take it easy and have some Texas barbecue. And
Mostly it's all lab, lab
stuff,
testing and stuff like
but,
that.
But the important thing is this will cure, actually permanently cure hemio.
You fix the gene that.
What was the name? What was the name of the disease?
Hemophilia.
Hemophilia. Yeah.
Actually, there's two. The hemophilia A and B.
Okay.
So A is not so.
Yeah, explain that to the audience. See, because most people don't know there's two of them. I don't either.
Hemophilia A is when you missing a factor 9 in your system. So if factor 9, if it's missing, you cannot continue making the clot.
Wow.
So hemophilia B is missing factor 8, not the 9.
Okay.
So it's the same result. There's no clotting of the blood.
It's a different gene? Is it?
It's a different gene.
Okay, so 8 and 9 are genes. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a factor, it's a protein from a gene.
From a gene. If you don't have that gene, then you won't have this factor.
Or a messed up gene.
Yeah. Messed up genes, yeah.
So right now, a lot of people are working on factor 9, and it's not as many as factor 8.
See, when you talk about the factors, people know you're not lying. Very few people know this except the inside people. We're really doing research. I have no idea what 8 and 9 is except in numerology,
So anyway, 8. So most hemophilia has missing factor 8.
Oh, okay. And you said last time you told me nobody really know the cause of this, right?
It's interbreeding a lot.
Oh, really?
Because this is from way back when, ancient times when people were mating each other.
I thought it was the other way because I heard that, the term blue blood come from the royalty in European
That's
especially.
exactly what it is.
But they were inbreeding. They're
Inbreeding.
not interbreeding because I'm thinking because
Inbreeding.
they're always marrying their cousins and their sisters and that's what got
That's
it.
one cause. Now there's like environmental stuff. And
like what? Smoking?
It could be anything.
Pollution?
Yeah.
Mostly
inherited. It's mostly
inherited.
inbreeding.
Inbreeding. So that many, but how many people, let's say in the United States, have that kind of problem?
It's not that many as cancer,
I'm sure,
heart attacks and stuff. So
you have an estimated number?
It's like 1 out of 5,000 will have it.
Okay. And so why didn't you get into some research that's even more interesting like that, cancer cure and all that?
Actually, the more popular ones, there's a lot of
there's
people.
too many already doing it.
There's a lot of people who are working on it, and they kind of neglect the little ones.
Oh, and you would. This is a niche market.
Yeah, so
that's right.
Might as well just help the little
niche research. And niche market. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, even in business, you gotta get a niche market to start making money. Because everybody's selling the same thing, then nobody makes money.
It's not because.
But I know you don't do it for money. But the word niche, I'm just trying to say you have a niche, not a market, but niche opportunity here to do research. So that is great. Anything that helps mankind, the Buddha approve. Okay, and I'm sure my holy bro Yeshua Jesus would approve, and Yin, GOON YUM, Moses, Mohammed, everybody would approve of medical research. Okay. Unless you have to make them eat pork, then there's a problem. If the only way to, I think the Jews and the Muslims would have a problem if the gene comes from pork, comes from a pig. Then they'd rather die,
Oh, jeez.
But that's up to them, it doesn't matter. We Buddhists usually vegetarian, vegan, Laffing Booda doesn't care. I am on the seafood diet, SEE, seafood I eat, if I like it, and just balance and moderation, and a lot of people think I look a lot younger than I really is, right? So, okay. And she is too. She must be Guan Yin or Guan Yum or something, because they have those kind of GOON YUM gene in them. And, and she likes to laugh. That's the best thing. I haven't seen anybody who wants to laugh as much as I do, She might become my co-host, co-hostess when she have time, okay? But she's very busy saving humanity right now, okay? After she save the Hemio royal blue blood people, you guys could sell directly if it's done to the European royalty. You make trillion there by themselves, Suggest that idea to your sales department because
We were aiming for Africans. They have a lot.
Oh, that's why. That's true. I forgot too. They do marry each other.
The first.
Yeah, the tribal leader, the chief. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, anybody will benefit.
Most.
Mankind starts from Africa, so.
Yeah, Lucy, right? Yeah. So you now, okay, that leads to another question. Does that mean you're a evolutionist? You believe in evolution? If we start in Africa, that means Lucy was the one real hot item for a while, the female ape that they found, right?
It
was an ape, yeah. Was it ape or was the first Homo sapien, right?
It's our first Homo, yeah, so... Okay. Who knows?
Who knows? But see, this is the part maybe we can talk about now, your belief system and your, that will be interesting, right? That's away from all this political and medical stuff now. Now, when I knew you, you were Catholic. I remember it well. Your place is full of crucifix and stuff in your Alhambra residence, and then
I had no choice.
So I guess because your family is Catholic, very devout. But what's your personal belief now?
Well, it's nice to have a foundation. Like you have to start somewhere. So you kind of know the basics from the Catholic upbringing.
And it's good, yeah. I went to a Catholic kindergarten. Garden kinder. Anyway, continue.
So like after my dad passed, it kind of opened up my view. Because there's a couple of my friends, they're not faith believers, but they're very kind, very helpful, very.
But they're not devout atheists either. They just don't have a belief. They're not opposed to religion. Yeah,
but they believe in
natural world, nature, Mother Nature.
The Chi, all that stuff.
Well, that's
so there's like good energies all over the place. So they came over and helped my dad, and he was really sick when he was dying, and then so
it helps him a little bit.
Yeah, because he
Chi Kung. It's called Chi Kung in Chinese. Chi Kung, yeah. It's like the use of Chi is the life force, basically. So we Buddha should know, we deal with that for thousands of years. And I even did an interview Jesus, a Spanish Jesus one time. You talk about, but the thing is that it does work. I've seen it work.
Yeah.
So what happened to your dad when they do that?
So we tried everything. So I was kind of desperate because the chemo didn't really work. Yeah. So
chemo never worked. Very few people.
So these friends, they said, oh, maybe we can try the Chi thing. They say sometimes it works, sometimes it just makes you feel better. So I said, oh, whatever. Actually, I didn't understand what they were talking about. And they didn't charge
you anything, right?
No, they said they have to do it out of their own heart.
Is it Reiki you're talking about? R-A-I-K-I? There's another school of R-A-I. Reiki is a Japanese Zen Buddhist branch where they do a lot of Chi healing too.
Oh, I don't know, because I'm not very...
So what's the effect on him? Tell me the effect on him.
So they came over and did that hand over there.
How many people?
Sometimes one, sometimes three came over.
All female or male?
No, it's mixed. Okay. So they have a group of friends and they come over sometimes. And they happen right here, and then my dad just sat there, and then they have their hands all over him for like an hour.
Is it really touching, or there's a distance to it? Yeah, I know there's a
because they said there's a heat coming. So they said the good energy goes through their body, and it focuses to.
I totally
to his
understand that one.
So anyway, that's what they're doing, and then every time. After that session, the next day, he was so energetic. Wow. He was so, happy. He was cooking and chopping.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe you should live here for people their room and board.
Now, this was at the beginning, but like as the disease progressed, they came to the hospital and because he was so restless.
Restless?
Like when when a person knows that they're going, they worry and so they're all restless and.
So they decided to.
So the friends, they came and do that in the hospital.
The hospital don't allow it or what?
No, they're fine.
Okay.
So
they feel like it's better not to bother him, right?
Yeah, so they came and did that thing, healing. I mean, every time that they left, he's always calm. And
at least calming down. It does. Yeah, Chi does give a lot of
so
comfort to people.
after he passed, I kind of like, oh wow, you know,
There's
I gotta get into this stuff. So that's how I got into it.
Did you go into it? Are you able to heal now? You
it.
can.
And I learned how to do it because they told me they teach it in Monterey Park.
Oh.
How
much they charge?
They don't charge.
They don't charge.
They don't charge. They said you're not supposed to charge, and you're supposed
I
to
agree
do
with
it
that. Yeah,
out of their goodwill. They're just trying to help people. So I took a class. It was like a.
Was it taught by a Buddhist guy, a monk?
She learned from them, and she came over.
It could be my friend, the medicine Buddha. His books are all over.
Actually, it's brother and sister.
Oh, okay.
The brother is a medical doctor, and the sister is the one that goes around the world to teach.
Oh, okay.
And it so
are
happens,
they Chinese or they American?
They're Chinese.
Okay.
So it so happens that when she comes, her brother is here too. So they're both teaching at the same time. So I got into it, and then I said, "Oh, this is really nice." And then when my dad passed, my mom got
sick.
And she went to the hospital. We took her to the hospital many times because of her heart, and she's like, she doesn't feel well. Her heart is racing and headaches, spinning. Everything. So they put her on all these drugs just to treat the symptoms.
Right.
So, but then it's not working that much. So I tried that thing on them.
Oh, okay. What happened?
So she said, "Oh, every time I do that, she says she feels really
good." And she saw them doing it to your dad too, right? So she kind of have a psychological framework.
It.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
that's good.
actually, they said, you're not supposed to not believe it.
Yeah, it has.
You're supposed to just accept
psychosomatic is half the cure. They say if you believe, like the placebo effect, I'm sure you, being a researcher, knows, right? I haven't talked about it myself. Even simple vitamin C or sugar pill, they give them to people for cold flu. Sometimes they recover, but it wasn't a medicine. Because they believe, like Jesus said, you know?
Yeah. So if you don't believe it, it's like a block for the
That's half the energy gone already.
Yeah. So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I exactly know what you're talking about, yeah.
So it was weird because when I was taking this class, it was at night, evening. I have to get off from work and drive over to Monterey Park.
Okay.
And then my coworker, she was asking, "Where are you going?" Because I was like racing, because I get off at 4:30 and the class starts at 6. So I had to race, and then the next day I told her what I was doing, and back of my mind, I was like, "Oh, she must think I'm crazy."
You did tell her the truth.
I told her what I was learning, what I was doing, and blah blah blah. She was quiet the whole time.
She became a Chi Kung Junkie.
And then she says, "You know what? Back home, she believes in this stuff."
Now, this is also a Chinese girl?
No, she's Persian.
Persian? Oh!
And they believe this stuff no matter
It's in all religion and all culture, I tell you.
I was surprised, because I said, "Are you kidding me?" So I know, I thought...
That's a shock, right? That the Persian would believe in that.
And then I said, "Oh my gosh, you know, this is..." Because I told her why I was interested, because of my dad.
Yeah.
And then she said, "Oh, I believe this stuff since I was a kid."
Oh, your father?
No, my coworker.
Your coworker, okay.
And then she was saying, "Oh, you know, something like she told me I was on the right path or something like that.
Okay.
And I don't know
Now,
what you
let
mean.
me ask you, this friend of yours, is she Muslim or Christian?
She's not. She's Muslim.
Muslim, okay. So even they believe in it. That's great.
So she says she's not a Muslim.
Oh, yeah, like you, non-practicing Catholic.
A Catholic.
Well, this is one of the many thousands, could be millions of non-practicing Catholic that I met, okay? And then now we know there's non-practicing Muslims, you know? But I hope those numbers will grow, then the world would be at peace, you know? Don't be so serious about your religion, as I said in all my shows, okay? Anyway, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, so I was surprised, and she was surprised, and we got along so well. And then I tried to. And what else? Oh, and then there's another new person that came, and he got hired, and I don't know, one day I was talking about this stuff, and then he said he was doing it too.
Wow,
so imagine the coincidence.
maybe there's a growing secret religion of Chi Kung practitioners to take over the world. Another conspiracy. Okay,
and this guy is a Buddhist.
Oh, of course, my people, you know.
But he's Vietnamese.
Yeah.
So.
But Vietnamese have many. Well, there's two main religions in South Vietnam at that time. Is you're either a Catholic or Buddhist. Most of them.
So,
I haven't met any Hindu or Muslim or Jehovah's Witness there, you know. So and then from there, you know.
Yeah, he told me he sees ghosts and everything.
Oh, he has the ghost eye. The Chinese call it. Yeah.
He said there's a ghost walking around our work. I said, "You're kidding me."
But that's the VA hospital, right? Of course. There's a lot of soldiers.
He even described how that person looks.
And
then he was saying, "Oh, it's a girl. She's in white. She looks like a nurse."
Oh.
In that, and then she walks around the hall.
Pretty? Skinny or fat?
And I was like, "Whoa, you kidding me?"
This doesn't scare you. I think this is going to scare you. You see, it is a Vietnamese or
but
Chinese.
He says it like it's normal.
It's normal to him, yeah.
I said, okay.
Is he married?
No.
See, sometimes single guys do that to beautiful girls. They try to make them.
I don't think so.
How old was he?
He's in his 20s.
Oh,
he just graduated.
See, young people, but anyway, he might have that. I'll give it to him because in Hong Kong, there's a lot of people claim to have that. You know, the Yin Yang Eye, they call it, right? The Yang is our world, Yin is the ghost world.
Yeah.
Well, especially now. Now is near Halloween. They say that this is a time. Well, in China, we take it seriously. So I remember my grandmother burning incense to the ancestor only, not to everybody else goes. Okay, only our ancestor. We're very family oriented. But that's November 2nd or 1st, I think. Now the Catholic convert this pagan holiday into All Saints Eve. That's what Halloween means, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why I told people at work, don't decorate Halloween so ghastly because, you know, don't put the broken arms and things and a knife on the head and all those kind of crazy.
That's all man-made.
Yeah, and it's if you call it All Saints Eve, why don't you have all the saints of your church? Or maybe an astronaut, you know. People believe in ancient astronaut, they think too, you know. And E.T. and, you know, my son, I always only let him be Mr. Spock twice. And he does look like him. His face does have a resemblance to the old Spock, you know. And we went over to Studio City down there, Sherman Oak. There's a lot of special effect people there. They look at him, hey, Spock, live long and prosper. You know, that's great.
That is cool.
Yeah, I still have this shirt. But the thing is that, but he's out of it. He doesn't like that anymore. But the good thing is that, you know, well, I think what happened is the Catholic, Roman Catholic Church wanted to make the pagan holiday that came before more Christian, so they changed all the name, and except in Asia and other places where they continue the old practice, right? But I say that don't do anything too ghastly because in our Chinese belief, whatever you energy you put out, you attract them back. So if you have all kinds of broken arms and things and bloody things and ghastly things, you attract that energy to your home or your work. It's not good, Use cute little angels, maybe even a ghost, Casper, friendly ghost. That's fine. Little cute witches, because there are good and bad witches. Not everybody's bad. And I have interviewed a wizard before from Mississippi, but that one somehow, I think it's been jinxed, because I used the Age of Aquarius song as the song rather than the Chinese one. I think Sony owns it, so they forbid us to show it everywhere. So I have to take that out and do another one. I'll show that to you though. I interviewed another guy by phone only, like there's no picture except what I put in it. And he told me about the Druid religion, D-R-U-I-D, which is the Celtic, the Stonehenge, where all the people dress in white and dancing around in circles. He told me what that was, how that related to the Wiccan, which is the female witches. And the female witches are mostly earth worshippers. They're like Earth Mother embracers. Oh, very green, very, ecological. Not evil. I mean, there must be evil witches too. I heard on the radio there were a couple. There are
dark sides.
Yeah, there's always. Exactly, the dark side, right. That's the force. They even say that the Star Wars is a religion. It's actually the new age religion. That will be a growing religion. In fact, today, if Star Wars is a religion, it's the biggest religion in the world. And England just legalized it, and it is an officially registered religion now. Star Wars. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Google it. They have two books. One is called the Book of the Jedi, of course, and the Book of the Sith. So you can choose side. and it's incredible because even Mrs. Clinton in the first debate with Sanders was saying that with Bernie was saying, well, the other Bernie, the old one, the very old white hair Einstein-looking one, and I like him too. And at the end, I'll show you that if you don't know about it. At the end, he said, "Thank you, good night for coming. May the force be with you." Everybody was that was like young people especially. So you need that. You need to play that over and over for the millennial. But anyway. It's true, because religion is my specialty, so we tend to talk a lot about that. What else do you want to talk about? Maybe we can end it at part 1. We can do part 2. When you think of something else. Okay, let's end it at that. And as we say, Amen, Namaste, Hallelujah. Everything, What else? Well, the Muslims say Salam, and then who else say something else? Good luck. What other religion are there besides those 3 big ones? Well, Namaste is already, you don't know.
There's probably plenty.
They say the same thing. A lot of people say Amen anyway. Okay, then we'll see you next time. This is part 1 with Bernadette Wong. Now, even her first name, Bernadette, I think is related to some of the shepherds that saw the Virgin Mary. I will have to ask her about that next time, okay? Thank you for watching. Take care.
Part 1?